Gravity is created by the interaction of the field forces within the structure of the plasma, in the inner sanctum. When the gravitational magnetic field of any entity comes to the point of balance in its own, it creates its physical barrier. When it becomes magnetico-gravitational balance, it creates the atmosphere. And in this interaction of the fields in loss of energy from one to another, you create what is known as matter state, the strength. What we call, let's say, the matter state islands on this planet, which we call the continents. So what happens is, in that position, when the plasma changes itself to a matter state of itself, is not a plasma anymore. In matter state, in that respect, now you have not the gravity anymore, but you have a gravity of the elements which are made according to different fields from the center in respect to the environment. So what you have now, you have plasmas which are in the matter state themselves, and they have their own plasma gravitational magnetic field, which in essence have nothing to do with the creation of gravitational magnetic field in the center. So now this plasma has its own gravitational magnetic field, which is in balance with the environmental gravitational magnetic field of the center. Now you have what we call a matter state. What you have, you call it the rock, you call it the hydrogen, or whatever. That entity, when it's in a matter state, the strength has its own magrav, and this magrav we call inertia, is gravitational magnetic field of the matter state plasma conversion, where this is the gravitational magnetic field of the interaction of the plasmas and no matter inside. So when we talk about the inertia, it's gravitational magnetic field of the matter state. Because when you have a stone in your hand, it drops down to the earth. Because the gravitational magnetic field of it and mass is less than the earth, so it goes towards it. It gets attracted to it, gets positioned in respect to it. So inertia is matter state gravitational magnetic field, where magrav is the plasmatic interaction of gravitational magnetic field. And they themselves, when the matter interacts with the plasma, create another field which is always added to the plasma of the inertia, because this itself creates interaction with this.
Is this why the Earth changes are going on? Because of the plasma feed of the Earth is changing?
Yes, it's in the center. It's a cascade. And then you have to understand you have a dynamo, which is the magma, which is directly on top. And that has not much say in the gravitational magnetic field because it's changed to the matter state. So it's made inertia because the plasma inside is much more powerful, and matter is literally more or less irrelevant. It's much weaker. The change of the polarity is the mass ratio of the field of the magrav of the plasma on its own. It's got nothing to do to the matter magra, or what you call it, inertia. Very, very little, if any. We done a test years ago. It's the current flow within the structure, plasmatic current flow, when it cannot reach a point of saturation in respect to the other, it just has to change to start a new flow back. It's plasmatic. Change of polarity has nothing to do with the matter state, nothing to do with the inertia part. It's totally with the plasmatic within the center, and it's because it's in a plasma condition, it's mainly dictated by the interaction of the what you call the plasma itself, internal plasmas. Very powerful. Matter state is very weak, very weak. Matter state of the or inertia cannot go more than a few what you call, let's say, meters. But in comparison, the magraph of plasma can reach universes. The gravitational magnetic field created by Earth can be felt in other universes if you are of the same strength which is going on. Not all of it is at the level of this planet or this solar system. Every field has this interaction with the rest of the fields in the universe. And they can expand beyond, especially in a plasmatic